Hey YouTube family, this is Mika Coleman with Tax Deed and Overage Education. And today I like to talk about one of the most important things you need in overages to really get to the cash. So I'm going to get right into the video and talk about 5 different places you can locate to find claimants. Now, in my opinion, I've tried so many skip tracers. Now, there are a few companies that I have come across that have been okay, but in my opinion, I feel like I am like the better researcher, because sometimes I'll send a batch of claimants to skip tracers or to like a big organization, and they can't find it because I don't have all the necessary information. So I personally think it's better if you're doing it yourself, but for the sake of time, it is a lot easier to do batch uploads to skip tracers and let them skip trace everything. When I do my mastermind, I oftentimes do a skip trace, but in my mastermind, I'm showing you how to skip trace. And kind of like an interesting story in one of my previous cohorts where, we work the claims, I pretty much lay the foundation out for you, and I skip trace the files for you. So in the cohort, I'm really trying to help you get to the back quicker by laying all the foundation. You really don't have to skip trace, but I'm trying to teach you how to fish so you can do it on your own in other counties. But for the sake of this video, I'm talking about 5 different places you can find claimants. But in this case, I was talking about my cohort, and I did a skip trace how I actually used a company that is very, very, very reputable. So I was like, I always do this for my cohorts because I want to get them to get more successes. And it was really interesting because the student found the actual right number on a cheaper platform, is which I teach you, and I'm going to talk about that platform. And I'm going to talk about the different platforms that I utilize if you're going to do this on your own and you don't really want to do a skip tracer. Some people really like skip tracing. So if you love skip tracing and searching people, when I tell you this business is for you, then this business is definitely for you. But let me get into the topic, which is there's 5 different ways to find claimants. The first one is Radis, or did I say that right? Radaris, that's what it is, Radaris. Radaris is okay. I like it because it does give you numbers. There is a subscription, but you can do it for free. And so I like that because you don't have to really pay for it. It allows you to search names and you can get phone numbers. The second is Been Verified. Now, I love Been Verified for a few reasons. Not necessarily for numbers, but I like it because it helps you look up corporations. It also has relatives that you can look up. And then it tells you pretty much everybody that lived at that address, because sometimes if you're looking for a claimant and it used to be a rental, you're going to get their renter's information. And then their renters sometimes have their old, landlord, which is actually the claimant. So I like Been Verified because you can, look up companies, you can find relatives, you can find people that previously lived there. And I've been able to uncover claimants that way. And then White Pages. You guys, White Pages is phenomenal. I love White Pages. I mean, I think the subscription is like $36 annually. So it's like super cheap. And they pretty much just provide numbers. You do have to be a little bit more strategic that's why I use all these platforms, because White Pages, it's better like when the address or the state and city, so they can hone down, because they'll give you a lot of different names. The other one which is real simple, is LinkedIn. I think this business is going to get easier and easier as, social media, brings in all this information. It's easier to find claimants because we have all the social media platforms. And then last but not least, I did say LinkedIn, right? So let me just go over the 5. It's Radaris is number 1. That's the one I forgot. True People Search. True People Search is okay. It's like hit or miss. It's like if I can't find them on all of the platforms, or if I'm just kind of like digging for numbers, because I've tried all the other numbers, I'll try True People Search. I love White Pages. If I had to choose between all of them, I'd probably start with White Pages and Been Verified, and then you have LinkedIn. And so most of the time when I'm using social media, I'm using social media to try to find things about that person, to connect with them on the phone. I always tell people I don't mind giving out information. So if you're trying to look at these videos to figure it out on your own, whatever you do, please, please, please don't tell them where the money is, because you mess it up for all of us, right? So I always tell people, there's different scripts that you can utilize, but I always tell people, don't tell them where they're getting this money from. Like, why would you do that? Because they can go get it themselves. And the reason why they don't know is because 9 times out of 10, the county is sending the letter that they owe them money to the address that they lost. So go figure, most people don't know about it. The only way that people really find out that money is owed to them is because somebody called, like a third party like yourself that is starting out, and you're telling them because you haven't been trained properly. So I encourage you, there's a few people that I feel like are actually doing that. Then I feel like there's a few people that are trying to do it, but the real people that are doing it, they're going to tell you, don't tell them where it's at, because at the end of the day, if they have any type of sense and you tell them where it's at, they're going to figure it out on their own. So back to my video about the 5 ways you can find claimants. Number 1 is Ray Darris. Number 2 is True People Search. Number 3 is Been Verified. Number 4 is White Pages. And the last but not least is LinkedIn. So that is 5 places that you can go to locate claimants. I always tell people, they say, like, what is the biggest hurdle in this business? And the biggest hurdle is actually getting a hold of the claimant. And I've had a few comments a couple of years back, and they were like, well, good luck. And I'm like, good luck? Yeah, I have had a lot of luck in this business. By using just simply White Pages and Been Verified. So the claimants are out there, but you know, it does get a little daunting when you have like a 50 list, 50-page list, and then you only contact 2 or 3 people, but those 2 or 3 people can be like $20,000 or $30,000 in your pocket, and you didn't invest anything. So I said, there's a downside and an upside. So the downside is you might get a list of 50 people, but you only uncover 3. But the great thing about that is if you uncover 3 and you're making money and you didn't have to invest, what does that sound like? A win-win situation to me. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you guys are getting into this overage business, I'm just giving you a few tools, some little tips on where you can find these claimants. There is a lot of other things you need to know besides just finding the claimant, because even if you find the claimant, you got to know what to say. You got to, you got to have the right contracts. You have to know what the county wants. But in this video, I just wanted to uncover how you can find claimants, because finding the claimants equals a check in the future. So I'm going to close it at that. If this was helpful, you like the tools that I offered, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to know more or schedule an appointment with me, please click the link below. And oh, before I forget, wait, I keep telling myself, I keep forgetting. If you guys are still on the fence about, okay, what does this girl talk about? I am so passionate about this industry, you guys. You guys don't even understand. Like, I've been doing real estate for 20 years, okay? And this is by far like the best. So if you're still like, I don't really know if this girl is telling the truth, I'm so passionate. I wrote a book about it. So if you want to know a little bit more and get a little bit more detail about the claim forms, how counties process, you can go to Amazon. I do have a book on Amazon, and I call it The Best Kept Real Estate Secret, because I talk to a lot of people and know a lot of people have not heard about this. So I call it The Best Kept Real Estate Secret, and it talks about tax deeds and overages. So if you're on the fence about, signing up, or you're just trying to really figure out, buy the book. It's only, I don't remember. I wrote it I think 2 years ago, but it's on Amazon. So check it out on Amazon. You can type in my name, Mika Coleman, and the book should pop up. Happy investing, you guys, and go get those overages, because guess what? There's a lot of people that's needing money these days. And when I tell you, my phone has been ringing from 3 months ago. I started in January calling people. Now people are calling me back, which lets me know something about this industry, about the economy. So this is a good time to get into this business if you're thinking about it. Happy investing. Don't forget to like and subscribe.